1086. Al-Andalus was collapsing under Christian attack. Then Youssef Ibn Tachfin crossed from the Sahara with an Amazigh army and changed the history of Spain forever.
Between the 11th and 15th centuries, Algeria became one of the great centers of Islamic civilization, and Tlemcen, its jewel, was known as the Paris of North Africa.
The Almoravid Empire began not with a king or palace, but with scholars and warriors in a desert Ribat. From this fire, a movement rose from the Sahara to Spain.
Youssef Ibn Tachfin united the Maghreb under Almoravid authority from the Sahara to the Mediterranean. At nearly 70, he crossed into Spain and changed history. October 23, 1086.
At Sagrajas,
Youssef Ibn Tachfin's Almoravid army shattered Alfonso VI's forces and halted the Reconquista for a generation.
Tlemcen became the Almoravid East, a city between Sahara routes and the Mediterranean coast. From this crossroads, Algeria's greatest medieval capital was born.
The Great Mosque of Tlemcen was expanded in 1136 under the Almoravids. Its carved stucco dome is one of North Africa's finest masterpieces of Islamic geometry.
At its height, Tlemcen connected Saharan gold, Andalusian silk and Mediterranean trade. Every major route in the Western Islamic world passed through this Algerian city.
The Almohads replaced the Almoravids with an even larger Berber Empire. Tlemcen survived the transition and entered a new age of power, learning and expansion. The Almohad court gathered some of the greatest minds of the medieval world. Philosophers, physicians, and astronomers whose ideas would influence both Islamic civilization and Europe. The Almohads transformed Algerian cities with geometry, water systems, and monumental architecture. Their designs shaped Islamic urban life from North Africa to Spain. In 1235, the Zionids established an independent kingdom in Tlemcen. For the first time in centuries, Algeria's greatest city was ruled by its own dynasty. Tlemcen became one of the great cities of the medieval Islamic world. Rich, learned, and beautiful. Merchants, scholars, and caravans met here, making Algeria a center of trade and civilization. Ibn Khaldun wrote the Muqaddimah here in Algeria, a work that laid the foundations of sociology, economics, and the scientific study of history. Tlemcen linked Saharan gold to Mediterranean markets. Through Algerian trade routes, African wealth reached merchants from Barcelona, Venice, and across the Islamic world. Tlemcen became one of the great centers of Islamic scholarship in North Africa. Scholars from across the Islamic world came here to study science, mathematics, law, and philosophy.
The Marinids besieged Tlemcen for 8 years and built Mansoura, an entire city outside its walls.
But Tlemcen endured one of the greatest sieges in medieval North African history.
This minaret is all that remains of Mansoura, a city built to besiege Tlemcen. Mansoura vanished. Tlemcen endured. Next episode, the Ottoman corsairs who transformed Algeria into a Mediterranean naval